What the ultimate guide to homes and lifestyles in the heart of the Peach State with your host Frida Kalina. Get ready to explore the vibrant and diverse communities that make Georgia so special. We will take a dive deep into the world of buying, selling, and investing in real estate in Georgia. Join us as we sit down with industry-leading professionals, top-notch agents, and savvy investors who will share their insights, strategies, and insider tips to help you make informed decisions and maximize your real estate opportunities. So let's get ready for another great episode of Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia with your host, Frida Kalina.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia. I'm George Sanders, your special guest host for today, and we have an amazing show lined up for you. Our spotlight today is on the talented host and creator of Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia, Miss Frida Kalina. In just a few moments, we'll delve into the inspiration behind the show and learn more about the fascinating Frida Kalina herself. But before we do that, let's take a moment to acknowledge our sponsors. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Are you ready to sell your home? Look no further. Introducing Frida Kalina, the real estate agent who gets results. With years of experience and a proven track record, Frida knows how to sell your home quickly and at the right price. From stunning photography to strategic marketing, Frida leaves no stone unturned. She'll showcase your home's best features and attract qualified buyers in no time. Leave the stress behind and let Frida handle the negotiations with her expert skills. She'll get you the best deal, ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. Don't settle for less. Choose Frida Kalina as your real estate agent. Call her today and let her sell your home for top dollar.
Welcome back to Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia. I'm George Sanders, your special guest host for today, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Today marks the debut of Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia, and we're privileged to have Miss Frida Kalina, the host and creator, join us for an exclusive interview. But before we dive into the show, let me introduce you to this remarkable lady. Frida is a seasoned real estate agent and renowned television personality. Frida has over 25 years of industry experience, and she has emerged as one of the most sought-after realtors in her area. Recognized for her exceptional customer service, extensive market knowledge, and expert negotiating skills, Frida is highly respected in her field. She possesses a wealth of knowledge that she's eager to share with us. So without further delay, let's give a warm welcome to Frida Kalina, the esteemed host of Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia. Frida, how are you today?
I'm doing great, George. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. So, Frida, let's get right to it. Listen, you're in the Talk Show Academy. You're doing incredible things. You're going to be on the Daily Gospel Network, letting everybody know all about real estate. But first thing I want to ask you is, what inspired you to create your very own talk show?
Well, George, I tell you, I have people all the time. I've been in real estate quite a while, and I have people with questions all the time. And I just felt like if I had a show, bring in different professionals on every week that would explain more about the real estate business, that I thought it would be good for people and good information and, to help people. So that's what inspired me to start this.
Well, that's awesome. So, real estate is always the buzz. People want to buy houses. People want to invest in real estate. It's a way to make money. It's a place for you to live. It's all of these things. And as it has been always said, that this is the American dream to own a home. Now, speaking of you, how long have you been in the real estate industry?
Well, a little longer than I'd like to say, but I did start when I was 25. I had came to Atlanta, Georgia to get a degree in fashion design, which I did, and I just wasn't feeling it. And one day, and I did want to make money also, mind you. I love my real estate career, but I wanted to make money also. And somebody told me, they said, my mom's in real estate and she just loves it. And so, I mean, I wish I knew where she was today because I would love to thank her because the rest is history.
Wow, that's awesome. So, I've had a little of experience in real estate myself, being a mortgage broker back in the day. and I found it to be fun. People would always tell me, George, you romanticize this way too much. I said, no, think about this. I get an opportunity to help people um, buy a home, to create a legacy for their family. To These homes are where they're going to raise their children, where they're going to experience all the good things in life and some of the disasters of life. But nevertheless, they're going to experience life in these great pieces of property that we're selling people and we're helping to facilitate. What do you find to be the best part of your job?
Well, I tell you, there's so many good parts of my job that I just love. I get to meet new people all the time. I get to interact with people. Some of my best friends today are people I sold houses to like over 30 years ago. So, I mean, these relationships we become friends. I mean, and that's what I love about it. I love meeting the people. I love seeing their expressions on their face when they close on a house. I mean, there's nothing like just helping that family get into their house.
Well, now you mentioned something. You said closings. That would always make me nervous. Every time we went to closing, I would always, think about, okay, all the things that could go wrong instead of thinking about all the things that could go right. And I remember my business partner always telling me, he's like, George, you got to be more optimistic. But I think a little bit of that cautious attitude that I had, you know, saved us in a lot of situations. Are you more of the cautious real estate agent? Or are you more the optimistic? What side of the table are you on, Frida?
Well, I like to stay optimistic, but in real estate, it's like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And it does. I mean, but if you're an experienced agent, a lot of people, our clients don't even know things that happened that we straightened up. So, I mean, I just know most of the things I've been through. So if this happens, I know to do this or whatever. And if you have the experience, then you know how to tackle those problems because there usually are some issues that can go wrong.
Yeah, Frida. So I would imagine your years of experience not only help you keep a level head, but it also saves your clients so they can be in such a situation. As you said, they're sleeping like babies at night, and you're
And I'm not
you're putting out fires everywhere you go. So
wide
uh,
awake.
and listen, that's the part I do not miss about
Yeah,
the real estate business. But
true.
thank God that your clients have a person like you, years of experience,
Mhm.
and utilizing that experience and know-how to be able to save them the headache and heartache and keep them clear from all the drama, so to speak. So, Frida, when we're talking about real estate, we've got people that want to purchase real estate for the sole purpose of it being their residential. And then you've got people who look at real estate as a financial instrument, as a way to make income. What do you specialize in the most?
Well, I specialize, I do help investors and I do work with off the market properties. Sometimes people just, they want to sell quickly and they don't want to put it on the market. So, a few years ago, Open Door was very popular, but now they were paying too higher prices for houses, so they're kind of not doing that so much anymore. But I have a lot of investors that are looking for homes to buy that they want to purchase. I mean, whether it be a distressed property or maybe just somebody that needs to move. But I also work with move up buyers. Buyers that are downsizing, all the way to buyers that are like maybe it's their last home, or maybe they need to sell, clean out their home so they can move into assisted living. So I work in all aspects of real estate, but it's whatever somebody's looking for. And if I can't do it, then I will refer it to somebody who can.
Wow, sounds like you cover all the bases, Frida. Now, I hear a lot of stuff in the news. I
Hmm.
hear about interest rates. I hear about the cost of housing going up. what is the current state of the real estate market in the state of Georgia?
Well, we're a little slower than we were last year because interest rates have been going up. They're, lingering around right under 7. They'll go up and then come back down. And of course, right before COVID, rates were like, at one point, you could get under 2% interest rate or 3%. And that was crazy. So everybody wanted to buy a house. So that made the prices go up. And so we're just in a weird market, but still at under 7%. When I got into real estate, the interest rates were at 14%, and my first house was at 12.5%. So I thought I was getting a great deal. Now, of course, the prices of homes have gone up, but it's still a good time to buy real estate. It really is. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, Frida, my very first home that I purchased, the interest rate was 12.35 or something like that. And I distinctly remember the bank telling me that I should be happy to get that interest rate. Yeah. And I could just recall being happy. It was my first home. I was ecstatic. In fact, I was able to get into the home with little money out of my pocket. I think the sellers paid the closing costs, and I was able to get into the home with, one of those 100% financing type products that they had. I think it was USDA or something like that, or rural development or something. I can't recall. It's been 30 years ago or something crazy like that. But nevertheless, are those products, are they still out there where a person can get into homes with less down payment and not so much out-of-pocket expense?
Yes, there are still around. There might be a little bit harder to find. We do have, it used to be where FHA was, 3.5%. There are some lenders that are doing the 100%, and there are still some USDA loans in certain areas. Now, conventional, it used to be where you had to put 5% down, but you can get a 3% conventional at this point. So that's good. I mean, the payments are lower. So, and the sellers last year, the sellers weren't helping with anything, but now some of the sellers will contribute to the closing cost and different things like that. But last year they were not. But now we're seeing, since the market's kind of slow, the seller will help out in that. And that helps the buyer, of course.
All right. So that means that it's more of a buyer's market now as opposed to a seller's market. Is that kind of how it goes?
I mean, it sounds like it would be, but it's still kind of a strong seller's market.
Okay.
They're just... Okay. Because the homes are sitting longer, and people got used to them selling in a day. So so the sellers think if their house has been listed for a week or two, oh my gosh, they start to panic, and so they will. But it's still a pretty strong seller's market.
Understood. Now, Frida, if I am in the state of Georgia, what particular areas do you service?
Okay, my particular areas I like, it's fairly broad, but it's North Atlanta. And that's like, if you're coming from Atlanta, it's like Beaufort, Lawrenceville, Snellville, Swanee, Flowery Branch, Gainesville, and around Lake Lanier. That's the areas that I really specialize in, I've been working in for a long time.
Gotcha. Well, if you need the services of a great real estate agent, and you're in that area, I'm going to tell you, you should look Frida up. She has years of experience. And on top of all of that, she is an incredible human being. She's a great person. And I promise you, you cannot go wrong. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in just a second. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We got more questions for Frida and all about real estate, all the things you could possibly think of. We'll be back in just a second.
Discover the path to a successful home sale with Sell Your Home with Confidence in Any Market by real estate expert Frida Kalina. This comprehensive book is filled with invaluable tips and proven strategies that empower home sellers to achieve success, regardless of whether they're navigating a buyer's market or seller's market. If you are planning to sell your home with confidence in any market is a must. Order your copy today and unlock the secrets to selling your home effectively in any market.
We are back. I am George Sanders. I am the stand-in host for Homes and Lifestyle in Georgia. For your actual host, Frida Kalina. And Frida is the awesome real estate agent that's going to help us all out. We're all going to buy houses now. In fact,
Yay.
she's going to get me to move to Atlanta, and then I'm going to buy a house just so that I can experience the great service of the super real estate agent, Frida. So, Frida, we left off, we found a little bit about purchasing a home. And is it a good time? Is it a good market? Let me ask you, is it better to buy or sell in this current market? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's still a great seller's market. And sellers are still getting right now. I mean, as of the fall of last year, things started changing, but they started getting full price offers and above offers again. It depends upon, if you're in a great area or not. Some areas are really thriving, some are real slow, but it's a great time to sell still. Um, as far as buying, I feel like it's a good time to buy because last year it was very hard. People were getting so frustrated. They'd make offer after offer after offer and still get beat out because people were overbidding, like anywhere from 10 to, I had some people bidding 70,000 over. And if the appraisal didn't come in, the buyers were paying that price. They were paying the difference. Now that's not happening. We're putting back in appraisal contingencies, financing contingencies, and due diligence period. So I feel like it's a good time for the seller and the buyer too.
Well, Frida, that's very interesting. So let me ask you, why would a person pay $70,000 over an asking price on a home? What would create that kind of frenzy?
I mean, first of all, if the house is a really great house, and it's funny, but when a great house goes on the market, everybody wants that house. So
Mhm.
they will just, yeah, and if they have that extra money, we had a lot of people moving from California and different places where they made a lot of money off their houses, and they could really afford, they had the extra cash to put down and bid over that, which some people locally did not, but just desperate to get a house. Sometimes I would even tell them last year, you might want to wait. You might want to wait till the market slows down a little bit so you're not, being outbid by everybody. And then you're just getting desperate. And if you've done appraise, then you're stuck with that house that's not worth what you paid for it.
Yeah. So, in other words, you better be prepared to stay in that house for a while.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Understood.
Mhm.
So in other words, it is can be considered a seller's market,
Yeah.
could be considered a buyer's market. So
Mhm.
it's pretty much even here.
Yes.
What advice would you give a person selling their home in today's market?
Well, I know people are thinking, doesn't matter who I choose to sell my home because it's going to sell, and that is true. It probably will sell unless you're really unrealistic about your price. So if you're unrealistic about your price, your house will still probably sit there. But, it's good to have somebody experienced because what you don't know, I know you have to start somewhere, but as a new agent, what you don't know. Even if you do get the multiple offers, an agent needs to help you decide which is the best. Is it terms? Is it price? And as you as an agent, their listing agent should be checking their lender to see if they really are pre-approved, because there are some lenders that will give a pre-approval letter and then they just disappear. So you have to step up to the plate as the agent and make sure you are representing your seller so they don't take their house off the market for a month and then, the market may change. When market changes, sometimes it's really quick and it can really make a difference in your profit. So I just say work with somebody that's experienced and know what they're doing.
Okay. Now, on the flip side, what advice would you give someone who's looking to purchase a home in today's market?
Well, I think the same thing. It's a strategy. There's certain strategies as an experienced agent. Like I can go out and probably get, probably win the bid over several other agents that just don't know certain strategies. And that can be an escalation clause. That could be just communicating with the agent and saying, just call and say, hey, what will it take for us to get that house? And a lot of agents, when I list a property, a lot of agents don't even call and confirm that you got their offer. I mean, and maybe they could have been the highest offer, but if for some reason they sent it to the wrong email address or whatever, you just always need to make sure you confirm with the listing agent that your offer was received. And some agents just don't do that. So just certain strategies that your agent can really help you when buying your house.
Wow, that's important. One of the things I want to ask you, I've sold a few houses, but I've always used a real estate agent. I know there was a time, and I don't know if it exists now, where it was for sale by owner, and you had these, FSBOs everywhere. Is there ever a good time for a person to do that? I don't know if I would want to even deal with the legal aspect of it and getting strangers to come by my house and walk into my house. Is there ever a good time for a person to sell their own house?
I don't think so. I mean, I've worked with some FSBOs before, but I don't think so. It's just like, yeah, strangers coming through your house. And then another thing, you weaken your power when you're negotiating yourself with that buyer.
Yeah.
Okay. You need an in-between person. I mean, you think you're going to save money, but you really don't. And just remember, as we list a property, we are exposing it to like thousands. I don't know how many agents there are in Atlanta, but just thousands of agents. And you've got one house to sell, and we have like many houses to sell. So the more exposure you get, the better price you get, and you're not dealing with looky-loos or investors, because there's a lot of investors out there now trying to take your property subject to, or trying to get you to sign your deed over to them. So, I mean, I say you should beware and not try to sell for sale by owner. You need some representation.
I agree with you. I've always taken that stance, considering the fact I don't work on my own cars. I go to a mechanic. If I'm going to have something done, I want an expert to do it. I don't want to get stranded on the road, and I don't want anybody taking advantage of me on my own home. So that is incredible advice. Well, I want to break for another commercial, but here's what I want to do. A lot of people are just now getting to know Frida, and I want them to know a little bit about you on the personal side. And I want to tell your listening audience about your book also. And we're going to find out about Frida. We're going to find out about her book when we come back. And we're going to get some more real estate advice in just a second. When we come back, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get all of our real estate answers for all of our questions. We're going to get them answered by this incredible person, real estate agent extraordinaire, Miss Frida Kalina. We'll be right back in just a second.
Are you in the market for your dream home? Look no further. Introducing Frida Kalina, your expert residential real estate agent. Frida has more than 25 years experience in the real estate industry and will guide you every step of the way on your home buying journey. Buying a home is one of life's biggest decisions, and that's why she is committed to providing personalized service tailored to your needs. Let Frida find the home that checks all your boxes and brings a smile to your face. Contact Frida today and let her help you find your dream home. Remember, it's not just about buying a house. It's about finding a place you can truly call home.
Hello, we are back. I'm George Sanders, your stand-in host for Homes and Lifestyle in Georgia. And I am the stand-in host for the real estate extraordinaire, Miss Frida Kalina. And today we have gotten a whole bunch of information on how to invest, how to buy, when not to buy, all of the cool stuff that you should be knowing when you're talking about real estate. But we haven't gotten so much into the personal side. As I said, she's an incredible human being. I've had a chance to get to know her throughout the process of helping create her talk show that's going to be coming to you, not only in the Daily Gospel Network, but Facebook, YouTube, tons of places that you will be able to catch her every single week. So, Frida, tell the listening audience about you. Who is Frida?
Okay, well, I'm a real estate agent. That's one thing, but I'm also a mom of 3 awesome boys, Jim, Joe, and John. And 2 are real estate agents. And I actually raised my kids being single, in the real estate industry. And 2 of my sons are real estate agents today also. And they go by the Kalina brothers. So, and then one of my sons has my grandson. His name is Logan. So that's where I spend a lot of my time when I'm not doing real estate. And I'm also president of the Beaufort Business Alliance. So we meet twice a month and we try to help each other and collaborate in business. So yeah, I'm pretty busy.
Got your hands full. I
Yes.
bet you the grandson is a handful, I would imagine as well.
Oh, he's awesome. But yeah, he is.
Well, it probably if you stop spoiling him, Frida, that would probably, yeah.
I know, but he needs to be spoiled.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. As I mentioned earlier, also, you have a book. Can you tell the listening audience about your book and what it's all about and where they can get this book?
Yes, most definitely. My book is called Sell Your Home with Confidence in Any Market. So I wrote this book to help people that are maybe they just have questions. And I tried to take every market that I have been through, which is quite a few, including the market crash we had in 2008 and 9. I did a lot of short sales then. So I'm certified in that. If, we go back to needing a lot of short sales or foreclosures, but, every market has its way of marketing a property, and you can sell your home in any market. It may not be for the price that you want, but if you need to sell it, you can sell it. And right now it is on Amazon. You just go look up the title, Sell Your Home with Confidence in Any Market by Frida Kalina. And if you need my help in buying or selling a home, I'll be happy to give you a copy of that. So you can get it free if you become my client.
Well, that's awesome, Frida. Frida, I want to tell you that this has been a very awesome show. It's kind of the first time I've interviewed a real estate agent in the state of Georgia. So I want to thank you for the opportunity. I want to thank you for allowing me to be the stand-in host for your show. We have big things planned, and I'm going to tell your audience, listen, if you're in the market, not in the market, it is still an awesome show to watch. I promise you it's going to be filled with valuable information and education that you will be able to use yourself and perhaps even pass along to others. She is on the Daily Gospel Network. She's a part of the Talk Show Academy. She's a part of a lot of great things. And as I said, an incredible mother, grandmother, real estate agent, and just all around human being. So do yourself a favor, treat yourself, watch her show, get her information. And if you need her services, all of her information will be on the screen that you're watching. So until next time for Homes and Lifestyle, this in Georgia, this is George Sanders, your stand-in host for Frida Kalina. And we're saying thank you for watching and God bless.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia, the ultimate guide to homes and lifestyles in the heart of the Peach State with your host, Frida Kalina. Each week, Frida is going to take a dive deep into the world of buying, selling, and investing in real estate in Georgia. Join us next time as we sit down with industry-leading professionals, top-notch agents, and savvy investors who will share their insights, strategies, and insider tips to help you make informed decisions and maximize your real estate opportunities. So until next week, God bless from your friends at Homes and Lifestyles in Georgia with your host, Frida Kalina.